Welcome to week one of classical Christian worldview, and that is a boar back there. He's not where he should be, but he's going to help me explain this week's lesson, which is elevator pitch for Jesus. And so at the beginning of Challenge B last year, I asked the twins and their classmates, why do you believe in Jesus? Give me an elevator pitch. Classical Conversations' mission is to know God and make him known. So how are you going to make him known? And the answers were lackluster. One of them was, we can't know Jesus. Another one was, no, I think we can know Jesus, but we got to get the Jesus juice flowing first. I don't know what that means, but no. So we have some work to do, okay? So if we're going to make God known, how do we do that? Well, the first thing is 1 Peter 3:15 says we should always have an answer for those that ask us about the hope that is in us. And so, how are you going to answer someone when they ask you, why are you a Christian? What's your elevator pitch? Well, I do have one. This is what it would be, and it kind of wraps up my whole worldview and prompts them at the end to ask questions. And then you can go into further detail. So, what's my elevator pitch? Well, I'm glad you asked, because in my life I have learned a few things. The first one, I'm going to die. The second thing I've learned is that I do what I want. And the third thing that I've learned, I'm not a very good person. And then I came to the realization that everyone else in the world is the exact same way. Which leads me to one inevitable conclusion. Only God can save us. Only God can take what's wrong with this world and make it right. And I came to that conclusion because the only explanation of this world that makes sense of reality and appears to be true is the story that comes from a biblical worldview. Do you want to know more? So that's pretty much my entire philosophy of life wrapped up, and it prompts with questions. What do you want to know? And so we have an object lesson here, because as you will see, there's a boar behind me. He shouldn't be there. You know this. We just passed him on a hike down to the creek, and he all said, there's a pig out, Dad, so this is what I'm doing, as opposed to going to the creek. So how is he an object lesson of my elevator pitch for Jesus? Well, number one, if he doesn't get back where he belongs, I am going to kill him and eat him. So number one, you're going to die. Number two, obviously he's not where he belongs. He does what he wants, just like I do, just like you do. I think I hear someone else coming down. And then number three, he's not a very good person or bacon. Why? Because he's not where he should be. And as any rancher will really tell you, you're not in control of the animals. They are. Which means the only way this situation is going to get solved is if God saves us. And as you can see, the biblical worldview plays itself out to be true in reality. Now, the thing is, when you give your elevator pitch, you have to become all things to all people, just as Paul did. Became a Jew to the Jew. Why? To win the Jew. So you need to be able to kind of work with your elevator pitch and go anywhere you need to go in order to tell people about Jesus. But this is just kind of an opener. You're not trying to get a confession and a baptism in 30 seconds. That doesn't happen. All you're trying to do is put a little pebble in their shoe that's going to sit in the back of their mind and maybe prompt them to ask questions now or later that will lead them to Jesus, because everyone who truly seeks is going to find Jesus. And that is what an elevator pitch for Jesus is all about. Now I got to go get this guy in before that big guy back there comes through the wire where he's not supposed to go. This is about to go from bad to worse. See you later.